What do you want to become when you grow up is a question that we're constantly asked as kids and are expected to have an answer for. How in the world is a kid supposed to know what he or she truly wants to become when they have not even stepped into life itself? That is an irony. We continue to hold on those childhood dreams of the past, falsely believing they truly are our calling, and try to force them into our way of life today. We attempt to fit the circles we drew as a kid into the squares of the reality of adulthood until one day we give up and simply succumb to our present circumstances. And we call it a fate. We will go into the video and watch what is this life design is about.
You stick to the job you hate because, hey, this is the way life is, suck it up and carry onward. Society has molded us into such a narrow one-dimensional way of thinking because we were raised to believe that the only way to prosperity was to choose a career path and work our way up that ladder. So you study hard and attend university. You spend long nights in the library. You're either an engineer or a writer. You're either a teacher or a graphic designer.
We're always encouraged to chase money and job titles, but never pushed to evaluate and consider what we want our actual lifestyle to look like. You enter the real world and realize, I hate this. Will I live the rest of my life like this? That's the question you start to ponder. There has to be more, you begin to think. I speak from experience. You begin to explore what's outside the realm of your own world. But soon enough, there will come a time when you will have to make a decision. You will either continue to tread the miserable path, or you will summon your courage to bravely leap over your fears and into another intentional life direction. In other words, that's when you start designing your own life.
This is the most important and crucial period of your lives, for what you do now and what you decide now at this age may well determine which way your life shall go. And the question is whether you have a proper, a solid, and a sound blueprint. And I want to suggest some of the things that should be in your life's blueprint. Number one in your life's blueprint should be a deep belief in your own dignity, your own worth, and your own somebodyness. Don't allow anybody to make you feel that you are nobody. Always feel that you count. Always feel that you have worth. And always feel that your life has ultimate significance. Secondly, in your life's blueprint, you must have, as a basic principle, the determination to achieve excellence in your various fields of endeavor. You're going to be deciding as the days and the years unfold what you will do in life, what your life's work will be. And once you discover what it will be, set out to do it, and to do it well. Be a bush if you can't be a tree. If you can't be a highway, just be a trail. If you can't be the sun, be a star. For it isn't by size that you win or you fail. Be the best of whatever you are. And finally, in your life's blueprint must be a commitment to the eternal principles of beauty, love, and justice. Well, life for none of us has been a crystal stair, but we must keep moving. We must keep going. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl, but by all means, keep moving.
Let's go back to the question of, what do you want to be when you grow up? A question that has narrowed our scope of thinking. We grow from a baby to a toddler, to a kid, to a teen, to an adult, but growth doesn't stop there. We continue to experience growth throughout our adult life because growth is the very definition of life. Growth is not something that we become, it's something we are constantly becoming. It's a process. Life is not a destination, but a journey, and so is growth. Life is not static, but dynamic, and so is growth. Perhaps it's best, then, to reframe that original question, don't you think so?
Who or what do you want to grow into? This irrelevant question was asked by strangers in your childhood days. But that's the same question you should be asking yourself now. Regularly, day in, day out. And that is what the concept of life design is all about. It's about working from where we are and with what we have to design and build a meaningful, joyful, and fulfilling life. One that is aligned with our values, beliefs, and interests. Now, how to think like a designer.
Before you jump into the excitement of designing your ideal life, you first need to learn how to think like a designer. And to that function, we turn to Burnett and Dave Evans, the two Silicon Valley innovators and Stanford University professors who first introduced the idea of life design. Inspired by years of teaching design thinking, they both believed that in order to create positive change in our lives, we first need a design process that would allow us to identify what it is we truly want to change and how we can go about creating it. This belief was transformed into a seminar, Designing Your Life, which soared in popularity and was later reincarnated into a New York Times best-selling book by the same name.
Life is a guide to help anyone learn how to think like a designer in order to figure out what life and career it is they really want and how to get it.
And then they define what problem it is they're actually solving.
Have more ideas, be more creative, are less anxious about the future, and are more confident in their ability to build the life they choose.
In their book, they explain that designers imagine things that don't yet exist, and then they build them, and then the world changes. You can do this in your own life. You can imagine a career and a life that doesn't exist. You can build that future, and as a result, your life will change.
So, shake off the notion that life is just the way it is. But embrace the idea that you can design it, mold it, and improve it to your own liking. It will require honest and hard work. As per the words of Burnett and Evans, designers don't think their way forward. Designers build their way forward. So let's get busy building. Here are the 5 mindsets you must adopt along this journey.
1. Be curious. Reconnect with your inner childlike imagination. Curiosity is what ignites you to ask the questions that will lead you to see all the opportunities. 2. Try stuff. As mentioned earlier, you can't think your way forward, you have to build it. That's why you must cultivate a bias to action. Remember this rule: 80% action, 20% thought. 3. Reframe problems. A reframe is a perspective switch. It's what helps you articulate the right problems so you can find the right solutions. Always reframe your beliefs and problems to see them in a different light. 4. Know it's a process. There will be good ideas and bad ideas. Some will work out and many will fail. Mistakes are normal. Obstacles are natural. Life design is like life itself, a journey of ups and downs. Focus on the process, learn from it, and grow through it. 5. Ask for help. A principle of design thinking is radical collaboration. And in everyday life, you're not alone. Involve people, communities, and mentors in your design process, and ask for help when you need it.
Once you learn that you can create the life you imagine, you will never be the same again. As fluffy as that may sound, it is absolutely true, and I vouch for every word of it. I speak from my experience. Once I learned into writing, and what I knew was my true calling, I realized that you can create your purpose and do work that brings you joy, meaning, fulfillment. Keep watching without missing a scene, as everything is handpicked specially for you. Thank you.